Hi guys, welcome to I Am Destiny Calling Tarot. Gemini, welcome to your weekly reading. This reading is going to cover the time frame of February the 2nd through February 8th. I can't believe we're doing readings for February. I have no idea where the month of January went. It just flew by for me. Alright, so we're going to get started. So let's get the Oracle Energy card here. This is going to be, I chose the Animal Totem deck for your Oracle card today. This will give us the overall energy here for this reading. Also, this is a general reading for the Gemini collective. So where it's so general, if you're noticing that certain messages aren't resonating with you, don't try to force them. It simply means those particular messages weren't meant for you, and really that's okay. Dates as well. They really just are general guidelines here in these readings. So it is possible that you could see things resonating a few days, weeks before, maybe even after these dates. Okay, so I do have a little bit of a chest cold that I'm recovering from. So if you find that I'm catching my breath in between, that's probably what's going on there. Probably need some extra water, and also I have throat lozenges that I'll be sucking on, so you'll probably find that that's a little bit distracting maybe when I'm talking as well. So I'm going to apologize for that in advance. But overall, I'm feeling really good otherwise. I'm excited to get started on this reading today. I was very much called into the energies of the Gemini collective here. I was taking a look at my list, and there was no question. It wasn't even on my list, Gemini, today, so I had to go with the feelings that I intuitively had. So we're going to start with your reading. Take a deep breath. Relax. I have to be honest, Gemini, I do feel that there's possible tension and conflict. Energies are, you feel somewhat aggravated. So let's take a look into that and see why. Spirit, please provide a message for Gemini. And this is going to be to cover the time frame of February 2nd through February 8th. Spirit, what message can you send forward for Gemini? Okay, so your overall energy here, it's the frog animal. It says, stepping into your power. Don't take a back seat in your story. It's time to step up. So I'm going to read directly from the book for this particular card. I'm almost getting a feeling before we get into the actual reading, somewhat of you feeling that you've been taken advantage of, or you are being taken advantage of in some way. And it's a little bit of a struggle and conflict right now on how to go about dealing with those emotions. Very, very strong energies. Okay, so I'm going to read that one. We have Frog is 70. Okay, it says the frog appears to those coming into their power, symbolizing the awakening creative energies within you. It's a truly transformational time for you, and there are many opportunities in this transition. The frog helps you swim through life's changes. His close connection to water will assist you in purifying and cleansing. He can help you release any emotional baggage, very important for you at this time. He reminds you to make choices based on what's right for you, helping you to maintain your personal integrity. So, so important. The frog also heralds a prosperous time for you and those close to you. It is a time to enhance your intuition and focus yourself in order to strengthen your connection to the spirit world. A frog can survive in both water and on land. This shows us that it is possible to navigate between spiritual, emotional, and physical planes with ease. Okay. So that's where we're going to begin with the overall energies here today in this reading. So let's go ahead and get your spread started. Spirit, please provide messages for Gemini. Sorry guys, that was me being clumsy. Spirit, what messages can you have come forward at this time for clarifying messages for Gemini? And this will be the time frame of February 2nd through February 8th. I'm getting a feeling that your past energies, Gemini, sorry guys, that was me just being clumsy, and your energies in the past were really just, it was almost as if you had the feeling that in order for you to get through difficult situations in your life, it almost was as if you felt like you had to be a badass just to be able to get through whatever life was throwing at you in terms of difficult situations. Whether or not that was something that you did to kind of trick yourself into believing that you were strong enough to deal with something when maybe internally you felt like maybe you were weak in some way. So I think that's how you dealt with difficult situations in the past. But I'm really feeling now, especially with this stepping into your power energy, I'm feeling that you're not, it's not that you're not still in that badass energy, because you definitely are, and very much in your own right. I'm feeling now it's more of a not needing to be so intimidating, and portraying that type of energy. It's more so you really stepping into your power, in the sense that you're stepping up by understanding that by going within, that really truly is where your power lies. And nobody else needs to understand or see that other than you, yourself. And those that understand that can be some of the most powerful people that you will ever encounter. All right, so here is your spread. Let's take a look. First card up is Seven of Pentacles. So this is generally symbolic of reaching some kind of a goal or a milestone in your life. Let me just turn this down a little bit. Yeah, so it can be really you getting to the point where you're pausing here and there for a few moments, just to kind of reevaluate what your next step should be. I feel like you've been through a little bit of a trying time recently. You've put in a lot of hard work recently. You should definitely be very proud of yourself for the work that you've done. You are under the understanding that there is also a lot more work to come. You know this, and you're getting ready for this. Yeah, overall, just the energy here of really contemplating next steps and understanding that work needs to be done, and you're kind of rubbing yourself up to get into that that headspace and that energy. It's almost like you're trying to get yourself out of some form of situation, some form of belief, some form of chaos, tension, conflict, that you now recognize. And it's a hard pill to swallow. A lot of people are going through this during this time. You have complete control over these particular situations, and you want to change going forward how you're dealing with things, so that you don't continually run into the same story over and over again. You're ready for a different story to come forward in your life. You're feeling stuck, and you want to become unstuck, and you're starting to realize that in order to become unstuck, things need to change. Things need to be different. If it hasn't worked for you in the past, it's time to move on and try something different, and you're ready. Next card is Three of Wands. I feel here that you are happy with your spiritual progress that you've been making, and you should be. I do feel that you're very ready to spread your wings on and spiritual level, so your spiritual growth. It's not going to necessarily be about spiritual growth at this time. It's more about working on your craft. So it's really more about you becoming quite detailed and meticulous in specific areas. So not just concentrating on the whole, finding specific areas that are intriguing to you, something that you have the ability to dive deep into, something that you haven't maybe been open to in the past, you for fear of what others may think of you. You're very much coming into the knowing and understanding that this is your life to live, not others. You're not living it for others, so why should you worry about what others think? Definitely you're going through a time here where you're feeling your psychic abilities are heightened, and you're finding it very intriguing. You want to explore this. I feel a lot of it is happening during the early morning hours. So from 3 a.m. until maybe 5, you're really going through some either really weird dreams, or you're awake and you're kind of getting downloads, if that makes sense, or you're getting information, however it comes through to you. You may be hearing things, you may be visualizing things, you may be, whatever senses are your form of psychic ability. You may have something come through to you that's new and exciting and intriguing, and you really want to work on developing that specific area at this time. So this can really represent, this card here is symbolic in general of endless possibilities here. Really being a visionary. You are beginning to see yourself, Gemini, as a visionary. I do believe that this is a change for you, and it's a really positive, great thing. But I don't think you necessarily saw that for yourself in the past. This can also, for others, represent leadership. So it could be business partnerships, maybe, for some people, not everyone. Whatever it is that you're doing at this time, whatever you're applying your time and energy to, you're doing it with great passion, is what I'm sensing here. Okay, Page of Cups. Just one second, I'm going to grab a drink of water. Okay, so Page of Cups. This usually comes up when you're beginning some form of a relationship. So it could be a relationship that is either romantic or spiritual. I do feel for some people it will be romantic. You're in a place where you're feeling emotionally ready to open yourself up to a romantic partner, romantic possibilities. So if they come forward, you're not actively looking, but if they do come your way, you're certainly interested. Others are really focusing, like I say, through the spiritual aspects of their life. So, in general, Page of Cups energy can symbolize a sensitive soul and somebody who is really open to heartfelt communication. So, if you are this individual, keep that in mind when you're looking for romantic relationships or just relationships in general. It can also represent somebody coming into your life who has these qualities. So a sensitive soul, somebody who is very honest and just likes to communicate on a very deep, intimate level. So they speak from their heart. It's going to be really important if you are coming into contact with this specific person, really to be open-minded and be really, really open to new opportunities here. So this is your energy. This is an opportunity here to turn your energy around. Like I say, not saying that you're not going to be the badass that you are and who you've become and who you very much should be proud of. But it's more so allowing yourself to have an equal balance of having both that, but also understanding that with the equal balance, you should also have a loving, gentle, emotional side as well. Now, you're only going to show this to certain people, and that's fine. That's to be expected. But it's going to be really important that you focus on that a little bit at this time because that's been neglected. So helping yourself to find an equal balance there is really going to help you to step into your power. Okay, next card is Knight of Cups. I'm feeling there's some invitations here when this card comes up. Yeah, so definite invitations for some of you on a romantic level. Some of you are under attack. You have many suitors who are, and it's in a good way, who are coming your way and who will be battling it out for your time and affection, okay? That is really what I'm seeing here. But the thing is with this individual coming in, especially if it is a romantic partnership, this person can be overly sensitive. So keep that in mind, okay, when you're dealing with this specific person. All right, next card. Next card you have is Four of Cups. This is you kind of feeling like you're bored with the way things have been going. You've expected things to be different for you at this point in your life. You're in full understanding and realization of that at this time. You are in February of 2020. You have made a promise to yourself that 2020 will be a phenomenal year for yourself. You're not seeing results that you wanted to see for yourself at this point. This could be a really big turnaround for you to go towards that direction. It is a choice, a conscious effort that needs to be made for sure. I do feel that the only thing here is that, and it's not a bad thing, you tend to withdraw during times when you're uncertain. And I'm feeling for you in particular that you're gradually going to start changing that, in the sense that instead of always withdrawing, you might withdraw 90% of the time. And then the other 10% of the time, you're going to engage with like minded people who are going to allow you to express yourself in a different way, if that makes sense. Because you really are coming into a different, you're coming into a different knowing and deep understanding of who you are and who you were meant to be during this lifetime. Four of Wands. So this card, it comes up when you are ready to be in a mode of, I'm getting a romantic setting here. So a lot of you are definitely going to be going through, maybe you're going on 2 or 3 different dates with 2 or 3 different individuals, right? And this is not for everyone. If it's not your situation, then like I said, you're working on the spiritual aspect of yourself, and you're going through your spiritual practices, and this is just symbolic of that. And again, you have 2 of Cups, so I'm really feeling, again, there's a lot of indications here of a relationship for sure. So this is a connection, and it's really you feeling a common bond. It's just, the best way to explain it is this is going to be a mutually supportive relationship for you. And this is something different than maybe what you've experienced in the past. And if this is not an individual person, this is you yourself being more understanding and supportive with yourself on a personal level. Really, maybe you haven't understood who you were or what you were about in the past, but I feel that you're coming into a time in your life where that couldn't become more clear. So that really is where you're stepping into your power. That's really where you're stepping out, and you're recognizing that your power is getting stronger each and every time that you go inward to seek inner knowledge, inner wisdom, and inner insights. And you're starting to feel, you're feeling powerful, but you're not feeling powerful in an arrogant way by any means. It has nothing to do with anyone else other than the way that you feel about yourself. And when you feel great about yourself, you tend to shine brightly. And when you go out into the world, people notice that. They notice this, it's almost like a magnetic effect that you have on people, because they're drawn to you because you're in love with yourself, is the best way to say it. So you don't need anyone else to complete you. 7 of Wands. So this is really you stepping up. This is you being called here to really be courageous. This is you saying no to others when it's necessary. This is you being in a position of power. This is big time power here, and it's not like I say, it's not an arrogant form of power. It's a personal power. It's personal responsibility. It's taking responsibility for your life, who you are, where you're going, what you are manifesting, and really overall your own happiness. All right, next card we have is Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles. And then the last card is the Lover's card. So you do have quite a bit of romance if that is something that you're choosing at this time. Page of Pentacles is really you developing a plan here. This is manifestation. This is potential that you have to reach your goals. Really obtaining a sense of comfort and success here. This is you feeling confident, even enthusiastic about learning new things and new ways of the world, which can bring prosperity into your life. And like I said, the last card that you have here is the Lover's card. So the Lover's card, obviously, I am seeing, as discussed, all of the romantic sides that come along with the Lover's card. But really, I'm also, on a much, much, much deeper level, I'm feeling more so that you have an empathic type of connection and strong friendships at this time. So it's really more about you allowing yourself to be, what is the word that I'm looking for? Being vulnerable with others. So it's really you, this could be a strong friendship. It doesn't have to be romantic. For a lot of you, I do feel it is a strong friendship. So it might be a platonic type of friendship, but it's really just you allowing yourself to let your guard down and not put on that persona of having it all together and being strong all the time and those types of things. So it's really you letting your guard down and choosing who you want to do that with and have in your inner circle, right? Yeah, so you're definitely stepping into your power at this time. You're making conscious choices to do that. I think what I'm going to do to end this reading today, I'm going to select a card, which is really just overall an inspirational message here. I feel that's going to be really important for you over the next little while. Spirit, what message would you like to have come forward for Gemini? What can you send forward for Gemini in terms of inspiration at this time? Oh, I'm loving the smell of these candles right now. It's making me hungry. One of them is coconut, I think. Okay, so your card says, the universe works fast when I'm having fun. This is coming up a lot in the collective, for all signs right now. Really just an indication of don't take yourself so seriously. Really allowing yourself to take the time out just to be joyful and easygoing, go with the flow type of feeling here. All right, so that is the end of your reading for this week. Thank you so much for joining me. I am so grateful for each and every one of you who watch these videos. It really is something that I enjoy doing, and I will continue to do on a weekly basis. So if you are interested in coming back from week to week, please go ahead, click on like and subscribe.